Mommies, 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 mommies! Welcome back to another great video of Momtivationals. Yes, we're going to have a great time talking this week about bills. Oh, now I know that's something you don't want to hear on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or Monday. But we have to talk about the bills. Look, for those of you who are new, welcome back. I'm Pernie. I'm putting out motivational videos to help moms be motivated to stay ahead, get ahead, keep ahead, and stay focused. If you ain't got a friend like me, here I am. Welcome to the party. And this week, we're going to be talking about bills, nothing but bills. Last week, we talked about getting ahead financially in your career, learning an extra skill, learning how to negotiate, learning how to network, okay? Learning how to not settle and take more than 100K, how to get the 100K, and the resources you need to cross over to 100K. So we discussed all that last week. I gave you the things that have been working for me. Now, those are not the die hard, must do, What you can do is do what works best for you. And if you have any tips that you want to share with the ladies on how to get this money, then please don't talk about it, be about it, drop it in the comments, because we got to get paid. All single moms should be making over 100K, period. Minimum. But today we're going to be talking about the bills. So as you know, I'm going to give you 4 videos. They're going to assist with how I manage my bills. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like talking about no bills. I don't like talking about bills. If I have the money to pay it, just pay it. What's the conversation about? Y'all might see some traffic here and there. Usually I'm driving, but I'm off work today. Okay, I'm off work today, and I had to handle some business for me and my baby girl. She's at school, and I'm ready to get a tea. I don't like talking about no bills. Just pay the bill. Here's the money. Let it go. Poor attitude. Poor attitude when it comes to talking about bills. Okay, so the main thing that I'm going to drive home today, and we know that this video is going to be quick, and this is going to be really important to drive home, especially for myself. 1, the bills have to be paid. Just the mere thought, right? The bills have to be paid. You know why the bills have to be paid? Because you put yourself under more financial stress when the bills are not paid and when they are not paid on time. When you have to go out of your day to stop, plot, plan, and scheme on how you're going to pay something because you didn't pay it previously, it brings about extra stress, extra anxiety, and extra planning that we don't have time for. Our energy should be focused on raising our kids, feeling nice, calm, strong, healthy, and focused. And we can't focus well when something is festering in the background. And that background festering is usually a bill that needs to be paid. That's right, I said it. I know firsthand. I can't say to you all the time that I pay my bills on time. That's something that I'm learning to do. I'm being quite frank with you. What I enjoy though about paying my bills is like, the bill is paid. I'm so freaking happy. I'm so happy inside. I'm so happy inside when the bill get paid, okay? But here's the thing though. It's not about not liking to pay the bill. It's about not having enough, right? And I know that's what some of us struggle with. I make enough money. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I make enough money to pay all my bills and somebody else's bills. I'm gonna be frank with you. And sometimes, I guess it's one of those, I don't know if it's fight or flight is a great analogy here, or if it's out of lack, right? Because I grew up in lack. I grew up with there not being enough. I grew up in the struggle. And those things, whether you believe it or not, they get ingrained in you. They get pushed down and it becomes part of your habits, and they don't have to be. That's why I'm retraining and programming my mind. Hey, it's okay to pay this bill, pay it on time, pay it before time, and to stay consistent. Keep going at it. Stay consistent paying it. So that's what I want to encourage you to do. But I can't say that it is always a not liking to pay. I enjoy paying my bills when I have an influx of money. When there is an abundance of money that I have. Let's say a bill is $100, but I only have $200 remaining to spend for this particular month. I don't want to use 50% of my money to pay that bill. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, right? Because when you budget out, you get left with what's left, and in that what's left, right, you have to make decisions. Now, if you're budgeting correctly, all those things are budgeted out. You have what's left over is your spending money, or money you might want to use going out and do frivolous things. That's your business, right? That's when you budget well. Bills are paid. You got some frivolousness happening too. Okay. That's not always the case for me in particular. And so what I would do, let's say if the bill is $100, going back to what I was just talking about, if the bill is $100 and I have $1,000, I don't care nothing about paying that bill. Pay that bill. You know, pay the bill. I don't care. You're right, because I got $900 to act a fool with. And sometimes, if we want to keep it a G, sometimes we just want to act a fool. Sometimes we just want to go get our nails done. Sometimes we just want to go get our hair done. Sometimes we just want to go get a nice massage. Sometimes we just want to go sit inside of a movie theater with some really good food and mind our business. But you feel like that's taken away from you, or it's being stripped away from you when this said thing is sitting here. I'm gonna be quite frank with you. That thing can be managed. It can be managed and can be managed well. So, for example, I have a gas bill. My gas bill right now, because we're in the summer, it's like $10 a month. There's nothing to pay that gas bill, right? Some of us, we let the bill accumulate, right? Especially when it comes to the electric bill. Oh, the bill I hate the most in the summer. Especially when it comes to the electric bill, we let it accumulate. I'm telling you right now, if you create a plan that works for you and stick to it, you won't have to deal with the stress, anxiety, and strain to problem solve in a desperately measured short amount of time. You don't have to do it. I find that when I'm paying my bills, like I pay my gas bill, I pay my cell phone bill, it's $160, something like that. I pay my car, especially my car note, y'all. Let's just say it's not over $500. Let's just say that. Okay, I'm very blessed in that regard, but at the same time, I am a single mom. But let's keep this in mind. I am a single mom. I am a single woman. I do receive child support. I do have a job, but I pay all my bills by myself. Nobody here is paying my bills. Not my mama, not my brother, not my uncle, not my auntie, not the guy down the street, the one who said he was going to pay it. Nobody's paying my bills but me. So I spend my money how I see fit that works best for my family and my lifestyle, right? Get in that, find out, hey, I heard it, Lord. I heard it, Lord. It's time for you to use your free resources and find which bill budgeting tool that works best for you and your household. The bills have to be paid. There's no way around that. When you're not paying your bills, I'm sure a lot of us know what it feels like to have that lingering financial strain just sitting there reminding us, chirping in our ear that something has to get paid or else there's going to be a consequence. And what we don't want to deal with is extra stress and consequences. I'm not a fan of it. I just want to live my life. Right now, I'm here parked at the coffee shop and I want to go inside and purchase my matcha and not have to worry about the fact that there's a $1,000 bill that's due or there's a $50 bill that's due and I don't have the money to pay it. That's why budgeting of the bills are critical. It's not just paying the bill, it's paying attention to the bill. Okay, so the bill comes in. Let's say you got a plan. All right, I found what my plan is. There are easy 60-page books that can help you figure out how you want to budget your bills. All right, how much is coming inside? How much do I need to pay out? This is the part where it can get really stressful. I just saw Apple Cash, the Ring, take $4.99 up out of my money. And, you know, though I have it, who said I wanted to pay that right now? See, that's how my mind be thinking. I got the money. Don't worry. They took it, obviously. But that's how my mind be sometimes. My mind is like, do I have plans with my money before? You know what I mean? Like, you have to have the plan with your money. And that's where budgeting comes in at. So your plan is to, number one, find out. I know I'm a little unorthodox here, but please stay with me. Find the resource that's going to help you determine which budgeting plan works best for you. So it puts in your income, it puts in your outcome, meaning it knows how much is going out every month, it knows how much is going out every week, and it knows potential bills that are coming up. You know, once a year you get your registration on your car done, or somebody's birthday is coming up. You can all factor those things in. People are using apps to help them budget. I highly suggest getting a pad and a sheet of paper and going old school and writing it all down. I'm a big fan of keeping it on paper and keeping it on hand. There will never not be a time that you will be caught slipping if you have a calendar or a pad in your purse with, here's the list of bills before you spend that $253,000 purchases at Marshall's. I want you to remember in 2 days, you're going to have to pay this bill of $700, right? And that bill could be your car note. That bill could be insurance and gas and the car wash. Hello? These things add up. Okay, that's why we're making over 100K. These things add up. So once you know which budgeting methods you want to use that works best for you, you're staying consistent. Stay consistent. Stay consistent. Stay with it. Even if on 1 week all you got is $25 left in your pocket. Do you have food in the house? Is the bills paid? You got gas in your car? The car is washed? Your insurance is paid? You got toilet paper? Your rent is paid? Okay, we can survive with $25 when all the other bills is paid. I'm be honest with you, because we have to put money in savings and things of that nature. We're not just walking around with $500 extra dollars talking about something. We got $500 extra dollars. This is great. This is awesome, right? No, our money has a plan. It goes somewhere, whether it's going to our emergency fund, our travel fund, our investment fund, or our household needs. Our money has a place, right? Or let's say something's coming up. My friend, she's getting married soon, right? I know that I'm about to start putting away about $3,000 for that in particular. Okay, so do I want to be at the coffee shop spending an extra $8 on a matcha when I know that I need to be putting aside $3,000 or even $2,500 just to make sure I have a great experience at her wedding and to contribute and help her out in any way that I can? Maybe she needs some shoes. I don't want to be out there knowing that I had extra money and here I was blowing it for the last 6 months on some bull crap. No, I want to do what I can to show up for my friend. Or I want to make sure I fly in on time. I want to choose the best flight. I want the flight to be in the morning. Or I prefer this particular seat. All of that costs money, right? And so when we're budgeting and we get in the habit of budgeting and we have a pattern, we have a system, then we can see, every 15th or every 20th, I have some extra money here. Or during this week, I pay more than I pay on these other weeks. Or during this month, I pay more out of pocket than I do on the other months. Or I pay less than I do on the other months. When you create a system and have consistency, you can see the patterns better. Amen. You can see the patterns better. That is what's going to be your bread and butter, because it's going to help you make better, more sound financial decisions for your house, for you. So if anybody needs some money, okay, because sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes the single moms is the one that get called on the most for some assistance. Anyway, let's say you got family and friends. They know you got a job. They know you're doing what you need to do to take care of your family. They look at you as a breadwinner, or because you are, or as someone who is financially sound or capable. Cool. If you know the patterns, you know what you can offer up. Oh, I got an extra $20 in 3 weeks. You can have that. That's all I got. That's all I can give you. You know, oh, no problem. I got an extra $150 by the end of the month. Or matter of fact, I got $200 tomorrow if you need, because it's okay to help somebody out, not at the expense of your peace, not at the expense of your peace of mind, Not at the expense of your bills. Not at the expense of the food that's supposed to go on the table for you and your children. Not at the expense of your rent not being paid. Okay? Your household has to come first. But you cannot know what you need if you don't have a system in place that you are consistent with, where you can see the patterns of what is taking you financially to cover your entire household. So now is the time to do your homework and find out which budgeting tool is going to work best for your household. And when you start looking at those bills, we're going to be researching what is actually inside of the bills. That's where I was heading inside of the middle of this message here. But we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. Motivation notes, period. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about investigating your bills. Yeah, because some of us is paying a whole lot more than what we should be paying. But by all means, if you have some budgeting tips, if you're a budgeting expert, or if something has been working perfectly for you, because you're a mom of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you was a mom, you're an empty nester, who cares? You have some insight on what it takes to take care of a household financially, to show up as the breadwinner, and to show up and get them bills paid and still have a good time. Because we're not just paying bills and not having a good time. Period. Drop your expertise in the comments. What's working for you? I want to know. Let's help another mom out, please. Please. See, y'all always want to talk. Let's talk about the things that matter. Amen. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.